If you're one of our city staff, would you also stand so we can acknowledge you, please? Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. We also have some local elected official representatives that are here on behalf of Senator Janet Nguyen's office and Diane Dixon's office, if you'll stand as well. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask Meredith to come up from Golden West College. She is the president of Golden West College, and she won't tell you this about herself, but she was also recently nominated for the Orange County Business Journal's Women in Business of the Year Award. So congratulations to you.
Me and 100 of my closest friends were nominated, yeah. So thank you, Darren. And once again, we are incredibly happy to be a title sponsor of State of the City. I'd like to start by introducing the people who have come from the college. First of all, we have an incredibly supportive board of trustees, and our president, Lorraine Prinsky, is with us today. I've also brought two of my vice presidents, Dr. Claudia Lee, Vice President of Student Services, and Rick Hicks, who is our VP of Administrative Services. And then we also have our phenomenal nursing director, Alice Martinagara. I know many of you have worked with her, along with our director of marketing and promotions, Andrea Reyno, and Sally Heath, who runs our MESA program, which is a STEM program for first-generation students. And last but not least, Diana Retas, my executive assistant, and she is also the leader of our Hispanic employee resource group, which has been very active. So I just want to remind people we are here. We are always ready to partner with the city and with any of your organizations. We are always proud to serve Huntington Beach and the surrounding communities, and our vision that we just reworked is elevating students to their highest potential. We do that by providing classes and programs and free trainings in CNA and auto, among others. But we also provide scholarships, food, computers, and other basic needs for our students. Our goal is that our students can come and concentrate on their studies, learning their trade or transferring or finishing a degree, and not have to worry about those things. In fact, this spring, we're able to offer all of our math classes completely free. We're buying calculators, etc., so students can just focus on their studies. And we know that we can help our students and our community best by taking everyone. In our system, we often say we take the top 100%. Our students are every age, every background, and we take them all, and as I said, we try to elevate them to their highest potential, which is good for everyone, so that they can find rewarding careers that pay enough to support themselves and their families. And we all know in Orange County that's not always easy, but we focus on getting them into those careers that can be help them sustain everyone. So I just end by saying it's people that make our college great, including some of the ones I've introduced to you, and also our city. So let's develop them together. And thanks for listening. Thank you, Darren.
Thank you, Meredith. Now the awkward transition is I get to give you some sponsor remarks on behalf of my organization, which is City of Hope Orange County. But it's only awkward because I'm the same person. It's not awkward because of what I do. I work for City of Hope Orange County, and I have to tell you, it's probably the organization that I feel has been the highlight of my career so far. Working with patients who are dealing with a terrible diagnosis of cancer is something that has been very, very special. I know many of you in this room have been touched by cancer, either yourself or by a loved one or someone you know, a friend, a family member. And in fact, the statistics tell us that 1 in 3 of us will hear those words someday from a doctor that you have cancer. City of Hope came to Orange County because we want to make sure that people also, when they hear those words, know that they have hope. Hope is in our name, but the reason we say people have hope when they come to City of Hope is because of the amount of research that City of Hope does every year and the amount of folks who are singularly focused on finding cures for cancer. In Orange County, we have wonderful healthcare. We're so blessed to live here in Orange County where we have so many great organizations providing excellent healthcare. And we like to say at City of Hope, there is a life-saving difference when you have a singular focus. We have 600 physicians, 1,000 researchers that every day they are focused on one thing and one thing only, finding cures to cancer. We have subspecialists who are focused on every type of cancer, and they're researching daily the different types of cancer and how to find those cures and bring those cures to people today. How do we do that? We do that through our research. More than 800 clinical trials every single year. Those are cancer-focused clinical trials, and we like to say that clinical trials are tomorrow's cures that are available to patients today. If you are a patient and you receive a cancer diagnosis, normally, and your local physician, your community hospitals will offer you what's called the standard of care. That's what's already been through all the approvals and everything else. That's what everybody will be able to offer. When you have access to life-saving clinical trials, you have access to the things that are being developed, the things that are under study right now, so that those might be the things that offer you hope for your survival. And our entire purpose for existing is to see people get back to their lives after cancer and be able to do the things that matter most to them. So perhaps it's, finish working and seeing retirement. Maybe it's seeing a child get married. Maybe it's writing your book, or maybe it's, running for office or something like that. Those are the things that we want people to get back to be able to do and be able to live their life after cancer. So that's what City of Hope is all about. We hope you never need our services, but if you do, I'm happy to share my contact information. If you or a loved one need help getting into our organization, we'd be happy to help you and make sure that you get the care and the hope that you deserve. So thank you again for letting us be the sponsor of today's event. We love the city of Huntington Beach. We have a location now at Yorktown in Maine, right across from City Hall. Thank you. I was going to say city campus. Too many cities in here, right? Anyways, we have a location there, and then we're also opening what will be Orange County's only cancer specialty hospital. It'll be opening in Irvine next year, and we're very excited about that. A hospital 100% focused on treating, curing, and researching cancer. So anyways, I'm glad to be here this morning and glad to support today's event. And with that, I want to go ahead and get on to the important part of the show, which is hearing from our Honorable Mayor, Gracie Vandermark. So Gracie, please come on up.
Thank you all for waking up early to be here this morning for our 2024 State of the City. Earlier in the year, I had the opportunity to sit with our city leaders and our department directors, and we discussed some of our objectives and what we hope to see flourish here in our city. And I'm happy to say that we have completed many of those tasks, and those that we did not complete, we've made significant progress in. Our goals were to provide a safe city for our residents, to provide an environment that's flourishing for our businesses, not just the ones that are here now. We don't just want to retain those, we want to attract other businesses. And we also want to make our city welcoming and safe so that our visitors don't just come here one time. We want them to return time and time again. So we put a plan together, we've moved forward with that plan. And I actually like to direct your attention to this screen because we put a video together that will highlight some of our accomplishments that we have here in the city. And this is all thanks to the collaborative effort of our staff, our city leaders, and I cannot thank everybody enough that stepped up to make sure that all of this takes place. So thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Huntington Beach Mayor Gracie Vandermark, and welcome to the 2024 State of the City. Throughout this past year, we have worked tirelessly on behalf of the people, businesses, and visitors that make Surf City great. And I'm excited to share some of that progress with you. From rolling out the red carpet for economic development, to new major events, to investment in public works, and careful management of our city budget, we have accomplished an incredible amount this year. However, to kick things off this year, it is only fitting that we begin with the first priority for local government, and that is public safety. I've asked Councilmember Strickland, City Attorney Gates, and our public safety leaders to tell us more about what Huntington Beach has done this year to protect our community.
As a council, we've made sure that public safety was our top priority. It's the most essential role of government is public safety. And so we made it a top priority as a council. And I'm lucky today that we have Chief McCoy here, that we could talk about some of the things we've done as a city council to make us safer here in Huntington Beach. And I'll have to say, I'm extremely proud that our council did whatever we could to make sure that the chief and the fire department have the tools that they need to make sure that they're successful. Chief, thanks so much for joining me today.
Awesome, glad to be here.
Name some of the things that we've done as a council that actually helped the department that maybe made your job easier as our chief.
I'd love to. We just are so grateful for the support that we receive from the city council. This last year, we've been able to do a lot of great things, whether it's replacing 2 of our fire engines and one of our truck companies, all the way to replacing the personal protective equipment for our firefighters, adding active shooter gear, which is super important for our special events, to the toolkit that our firefighters have. We're just so grateful for all the support you guys have given us.
Well, you know, one of the other things as I go around the city of Huntington Beach and kind of everywhere, the fentanyl issue is at the top of everybody's mind. What are we doing collectively together to help with the fentanyl crisis that's going on here in Huntington Beach and throughout the country, actually?
Yeah, thanks. It's a big issue. We're definitely seeing a lot more calls related to fentanyl overdose. And with the support of you and the city council, we hired a doctor that's going to be here part-time. We've increased the staffing for our nurse. And this next year, we're really excited to really roll out a robust program dealing with fentanyl overdose and prevention. We've really focused on our community risk reduction. And that's us figuring out or really looking at the data, figuring out what type of calls are we going on, what demographic are we responding to, what are the major issues that it's facing our community, and us as a fire department figuring out ways to prevent those calls before they even happen. So way more than just somebody calling 911 and us responding and being reactive. We're really this next couple of years going to focus on the proactive piece of preventing those calls before they even happen.
And as one of the 7 members of the council, I want to thank you for your leadership. I want to thank everybody that wears your uniform. You keep us safe. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for what you do, because you make a big difference in the quality of life of citizens in Huntington Beach. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you and your whole department. You're the best fire department in the world as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the continued support.
Our police department has undergone quite a few enhancements and changes, one of them being the dispatch center where we're standing here today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about those changes?
So this dispatch center here is so much bigger than the old one used to be. And you can see it's expanded dramatically. We actually have room for people to be comfortable, people to do their jobs in a safe and sane environment. It's really positive. If you look at the screens, they have so much technology that they have to constantly monitor, and they are really engaged in their job. So it's important for them to have ergonomic correctness, and it's important for them to feel good when they're doing their jobs. And the way that we've done this, and they designed this, when I say we, they designed this, and it works well. I haven't had any complaints. It's working really well, and they're happy to be here.
Well, it looks much better, and it's a benefit for our community as well to improve and have more dispatchers.
It is a true benefit to the community, because dispatchers are public safety personnel, and they're essential for us. If we don't have them, we can't get calls for service out to the officers so they can get to the houses. This is the first point of contact. I call it the tip of the spear.
And what are the changes have happened here in the police department?
So the police department underwent significant changes here on this particular floor. We did the dispatch center. We have also constructed what's called the real-time crime center. Real-time crime center is going to integrate all technology we have available to us in terms of camera technology, in terms of our data technology, and it's going to integrate it into a real-time crime center, which is going to allow dispatch to see cameras and to see a lot more than they can see now in terms of response. So the goal is, when a police officer responds to a crime, we will have the data feeds that will allow them to run people on the way, run cars, do things like that, which gives them a much better response capability. So it's going to be much safer for the officers, much safer for citizens, much better for businesses, and we'll be able to solve crimes faster. Because of council support, have been able to replace our aging patrol cars. So now we have several new police cars here that are getting us better response times and allowing us to not have vehicles with mechanical issues. So we replaced a bunch of old ones with new ones.
And with all these improvements, it will help us recruit new police officers.
Yes, we've been so lucky, thanks to council, because when you first came on board with your fellow council members, you approved a contract that got our police officers into the top 3 in terms of paying benefits for this county, which was amazing. We were about 30 vacancies at the time. we have been inundated with applications, and now we're at about 16 vacancies, but we have a lot that are in the pipeline that we're able to recruit from now. And hopefully we'll be able to get that to 0 in the very near future, which is ideal, because community safety depends on police officers on the street. So that is key to us. It's key to keeping our officers out there, and it's key to helping us not only attract, but to retain people. So it's been a game changer for us, so thank you.
Thank you, Chief, for all of the effort and energy you put into improving our police department and making our community safe.
Thank you for your support. I truly appreciate it. You and your council members have been amazing, so thank you.
First, I'd like to thank you and your department for advocating and fighting for our city. Many of our residents here are not aware of some of the legal battles that you have won. So can you tell us a little bit about those battles?
Well, a lot of the battles that we're engaged in really with the state of California for the city of Huntington Beach is a lot of it's about local control because a lot of the state laws recently really have presented really an unconstitutional overreach of their authority into your ability to govern for the city. Most recently, as you know, as a result of a trial against the state of California, we are bringing back $38 million in previously unrecovered tax money from the state of California back to Huntington Beach. And that's as a result of a great lawsuit, a great trial. Recently, too, we defended a couple of our police officers in a police shooting case. As I said, it's heavy litigation. But I think the takeaway from that is, even though the state's been suing us now for 2 years over housing, they have gotten nothing from their lawsuit that they have sought.
The homelessness was a really big issue, and very few cities are prosecuting crimes related to the homelessness, but our legal department is.
Yeah, we've been incredibly effective at prosecuting all kinds of crimes, but that does include enforcing and prosecuting our anti-camping and our anti-loitering laws, which has been massive. We've been getting stay-away orders from judges. We've been getting stipulated stay-away orders from defendants, and that basically means that those individuals are not allowed to physically be in our downtown area or in our parks and other places throughout the city. So the program has been very effective, and as you know, Huntington Beach is the only city in the entire region that has seen a steady drop in homelessness here in the city. And what's even more remarkable than that is that overall, over the past 5 years, our homeless population out on the street is down 60%. So I think through the great leadership and firm enforcement posture that the City Council has brought to bear, and also our work to enforce, and then also our police department's work to go out and engage the homeless population and resolve the issues, I think that's just been a great combination of effort that has really tackled the problem, and it's been effective. And I don't think there's any other city in the state of California out of 482 cities that can say that.
Well, thank you for taking the time to take on all those battles. I know some other legal departments would not have done this, so we're grateful as well.
Thank you.
And as a council, we've always made public safety a top priority. With us today is Chief McDonald, who's in charge of our marine safety here in Huntington Beach. He does a remarkable job. Chief, first of all, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Here in Huntington Beach, we're a destination city. We get 11 million visitors a year. We have the best beach in the world, as far as I'm concerned. What are you doing at Marine Safety to make sure that all those visitors and our residents are safe at the beach?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. First, I agree with you. We have the best beach in the world. We have the real estate on the sand to build out events. We've got the hotels to house everybody, and we have the access. So we're just this outstanding spot to do so many fun things at the beach. In the Marine Safety Division, we work hard. We train all year long with our full-time staff and our seasonal staff to provide that excellent service for everybody, the community and everybody who comes down and visits our beach.
Well, you do an amazing job. And the other thing is we have one of the best junior lifeguard programs probably around. I get people from back east talking about the junior lifeguard program that you guys run. They want to explain a little bit about what they do.
Yeah, we're really proud of the junior guard program. We have upwards of 1,200 junior guards every year that come down, and really the goal is to bring ocean awareness to everybody in the community and ensure that they can recreate in the ocean safely all the time. And so that's really the focus, is we want to have fun with everybody down there, but we want to make sure that they take away real life skills that are going to help them and our community members be safe when they come down to the beach. It's just outstanding. We've actually expanded expanded and continued to improve service with the Beach Rangers, which is getting people from the underserved community to come down and get exposure to the ocean and the aquatic center. And then also this year, we went back to, an exchange where we're actually sending 25 junior guard students overseas to New Zealand to study lifesaving in another country. And so that's a partnership that we've had for years and years, and we're continuing to, get back to that.
That's fantastic. As a councilman, we're always looking for ways to create revenue without impeding the residents of Huntington Beach. And so one of the ideas out there is what we're doing at the lifeguard stations. You want to explain some of the opportunities that we have in order to support our lifeguard program?
Yeah, so on the back of the towers, we're going to be wrapping the back of the towers, and we're going to have improved signage with rip currents and safety messaging. You can scan a QR code that'll take you to safebeachday.com, and essentially that will give you live time rescue information and aquatic risk information based on where the calls are happening in the beach. And then in addition to that, there's going to be a space for advertisements, and the city could generate some income based on selling some of the advertisements that are off to the side on the back of those towers.
Well, Chief McDonald, thank you so much for joining us, and thanks for everything you do to keep our residents here in Huntington Beach and everybody who comes here safe.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Chief.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The importance of keeping our neighborhoods safe can't be overstated. And the work we have done to reduce crime, homelessness, has made Huntington Beach a better place for every resident, business, and visitor. As important as Huntington Beach safety is, our city, of course, handles a great deal of other important functions as well. And in 2024, we saw great progress be made in a number of areas, whether it was launching a new city website for the first time in years, to exciting new events we're bringing to the city, to major investments being made to maintaining our aging infrastructure. 2024 has been a busy year at City Hall. To help explain some more of what the city has been doing, I've asked Mayor Pro Tem Pat Burns and Councilmember McKeon to help me out.
Hi, I'm Pat Burns, Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Huntington Beach, here with Deputy City Manager Jennifer Carey, and we're going to speak of the investment the city has made into the infrastructure and how we set aside money and how that's being put to work for our city. Jen, why don't you tell us a little bit about those investments?
Yeah, so thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. We are here at the Water Utility Yard, which is one of our many public works facilities that our public works staff works out of. Improving our infrastructure, reinvesting in our infrastructure is obviously one of our primary goals here within the city. This year alone, we're investing $35 million into our city's infrastructure. Of that $35 million, $30 million is actually under construction right now. So there's a lot of projects happening to our arterial streets, residential streets, alleyways, sewer lift stations, bridges, major infrastructure investments.
Yes, I saw firsthand the repair that was done in front of my own house while I was at the air show. An 8-inch water main broke right across the street from me. And when I came home, it started about 2 o'clock. My neighbors filmed it and sent me videos. By 4 in the morning, the water was restored, service was restored. By Monday morning, the whole intersection had been repaved, and every one of my neighbors are they were incredibly impressed by the efficiency of the way they worked and got right on it and served us. It was very impressive.
That's incredible. Yeah, our team works really hard, and that situations like that happen all the time, and they're always on call to support neighbors, and it's so great to hear situations like that because we hope that that's the experience of all our residents and businesses within Huntington Beach.
Jen, thank you so much for all that information. Appreciate it. I think this will be good for the citizens to know, and it'll be of great use to everybody. Thank you.
With me today is Travis Hopkins. He's our interim city manager. Travis, thank you for sitting here and having this discussion with me. Back in June 2023, staff and all council members, we got together for a strategic planning session. We sat there for several hours. Could you tell us a little bit about that planning session?
This is very important to the direction of how our organization runs, and taking the feedback from our city council, taking the city council's priorities, putting it in a document, developing a plan and a schedule to perform all that work. Our strategic plan has 8 different categories that addresses important goals in our community, including economic development, fiscal sustainability, high-performing organization, homelessness, housing, infrastructure investment, public engagement, and public safety. Currently, it's on the website, available to the public, and providing milestones through 2027 of all the important priorities that our council has put out for us.
Another one of our main focuses is community outreach and engagement. Tell us about some of the efforts that our staff has been working on.
One of the efforts we're really proud of is our updated city website. We revamped it completely this year, rolling it out to provide efficient way for the community to connect with the city, find out what's going on in the news, and for the community to obtain information.
Well, thank you, Travis, and I'm looking forward to all the great things that are yet to come.
Thank you, Mayor.
And I am sitting here at the Sandbar with Chris Casanova, our Economic Development Manager. Chris, thank you for being here. And we've had discussions about economic development and how important it is for Huntington Beach. We're a tourist destination, and we've talked about different ideas and plans. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Thanks for having me. We as a city are committed to strengthening our local economy, and with that we're focused on supporting our existing businesses and also attracting new businesses like Sandbar here that we're here today, bringing new investment into the city and also ensuring that we've got jobs and enhancing quality of life for our residents.
So one way that we're trying to help our businesses is by rolling out Streamline Surf City. What is that for those who may not be aware?
A big focus of economic development is meeting with our businesses and understanding any kind of issues or concerns that they may have. And as part of that, we hear that getting through the permitting process can sometimes be challenging. And so we wanted to ensure that that process is as simple and easy to navigate. And so we launched the Streamline Surf City initiative. And what that really does is says, Huntington Beach is business friendly. If you want to open or expand, contact us and we will work with you to get you through the process.
So I want to thank you for all the work you guys are doing in not just retaining our businesses, but attracting new ones. So thank you once again, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Casey McKeon, and I'm one of your 7 city council members. Today, I'm located at the world-famous Huntington Beach Sports Complex, and I'm joined by our Community Services Manager, Molly Yamura. So the first question I have is, what makes Huntington Beach really like a special location to host many of our kind of small, medium, and large-scale events?
Absolutely, and that's a great question. We are really the perfect location, and we are able to handle events of any size, and I think that's really unique to Huntington Beach. Not other cities around us have the infrastructure and the natural resources that we have here in Huntington Beach. So starting just with our beach, we have this beautiful sandy coast. It's an expansive coast. There's a lot of space on the sand, which really allows us to build out these large-scale events. And it's right next to the iconic HB Pier. It's one of the most photographed piers in the entire country. It's beautiful. And what's unique about it is that right next door, there's our downtown district. There's Main Street. It's got all of the businesses. We have ample parking infrastructure, which is not something a lot of beach cities have. We have over 3,500 parking spaces in our inventory just in the downtown area. And then we have our hotel district. We have 4 beachfront resorts right along Pacific Coast Highway overlooking the event venue. So it really allows us to attract all kinds of different events throughout the country. They have this infrastructure that's built in.
Right.
And everyone knows about our beach, but what you may not know about is right where we're standing is the HB Sports Complex, and just how large it is and what we are really able to host here. Every summer we host one of the largest girls fast pitch softball tournaments, the Premier Girls Fast Pitch Tournament. Thousands of girls come from all over the country and they play games throughout the week, and it's nationally televised, so it's wonderful exposure for Huntington Beach. And just steps away is Central Park. We've got the beautiful Thomas Ridley Bandstand where we host summer concerts every summer. We also host large-scale events like the Cherry Blossom Festival. And there's a lot of room where we can continue to grow and continue to host more events in this space of Huntington Beach. So we were really utilizing the entire city, not just our beach, but the ample resources that we have at our disposal.
You touched on it earlier, but what are some of the large-scale events that we're really proud of, and then ones maybe coming in the future that we can share with the residents?
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest ones that we're so proud of here in Huntington Beach is obviously our Independence Day celebrations. In 2024, it was the 120th annual time that we've hosted the Independence Day Parade. It's the biggest parade west of the Mississippi. We've got over 200 entries, and it's broadcast nationally on ABC7. It really shows off the patriotism and our hometown pride. We're such a community here in Huntington Beach, and we get a chance to show that to the whole world through that event.
It's amazing.
We also have the U.S. Open of Surfing. It happens every summer. It brings over 300,000 people to the beach for 9 days of competition. Then we've got the Pacific Air Show. And not only did it start here in Huntington Beach, we've been so successful that Pacific Air Show has been able to grow. They have a Gold Coast edition edition, and
Right.
are even looking at potentially bringing in an edition in England.
Awesome.
And it brings millions of people to our beach and is really one of the favorite shows that the military looks forward to performing in every year. So we're such amazing hosts here in Huntington Beach. And then one thing that we're super proud of that happened last year as well was the Darker Waves Music Festival.
Yes.
It was the first time in decades that we've hosted a music festival of that scale on City Beach, over 30,000 people. And it was a huge success. We had no problems, no complaints, only amazing feedback.
Right.
And I think that's something our community can really look forward to, because based on the success of that event, we're really looking to bring more of those type events. We've got the right infrastructure, the right producers, and we're going to do it the right way. But it's a great opportunity to have music here at City Beach. And then also this spring we have a rodeo. It's a brand new event and something I think our community will get really excited about.
So how does the city council support you, and what else can we do better, I guess, to support you guys to make sure we can bring more events to our city?
Well, we're so lucky and so fortunate here in Huntington Beach that we have such a supportive city council that has really been an advocate for us in terms of events and bringing in additional tourism and revenue. Whether it's something small like approving the ticket fee and the recent fee resolution that went through in July, to really the bigger picture. On the dais, you advocate for the events that we're bringing forward. You advocate for our city as a whole, and really you help us go out and attract those events with decision making, with making the relationships and the partnerships, and really providing us with the resources that we need as well to be able to go out.
And the one thing I'm really proud of that we've brought since being elected is just our Streamline HB program. We campaigned on it, rolling out the red carpet for businesses and cutting the red tape. And the same goes for the events, is we want to make it seamless, so when large events can come here, it makes your guys' job easier. We can get them in, we can get them permitted quickly. So again, it's just all of us working together, and we're really appreciative of all you guys do. And thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
2024 has been an exciting year, and it has been a great privilege and honor to serve as your mayor. I couldn't be more proud of everything we have been able to accomplish. Here in Huntington Beach, we fight for our people, and I think the results speak for themselves. This is Mayor Gracie Vandermark. Thank you for watching.
And so let's give everyone in this room a round of applause, all of our city staff, all of our elected officials. Thank you. Do you want to say anything?
This truly was a great collaborative effort from everyone. Us as City Council, we can't get anything done without our department heads, staff. When I first came onto council, I didn't realize how much work like our public works does and all the staff in the background. I'm so grateful, and actually just learning about what every department does has been very humbling. It's easy for us to complain when we don't know all the hard work that people put into this. I have a whole new respect for staff and the people who put so much time and energy, and not just that, we have tons of volunteers. So here in Huntington Beach, we have that spirit of giving and supporting everyone. So I'm very honored, truly, like I said in that video, honored and humbled to have been the mayor this year. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm a marketing communication person, so I also should acknowledge whoever put the video together. The storytelling in there was phenomenal. So I don't know if that's your team, Jen. Great job, everybody. So, well, thank you so much for coming today. On behalf of the chamber, it was mentioned in there that the 4th of July parade was the 120th year. It actually is the 120th year for the Chamber of Commerce as well. The chamber actually started that parade 120 years ago, which is pretty incredible. It's an honor to stand here on behalf of the chamber and just realize that there's 120 years of history here with the chamber supporting business and advocating on behalf of business. And it was very exciting to hear what the city is doing and how we're leaning into making sure that our businesses are well taken care of and that we can be set economically, but also welcomed into the city and to continue to see growth. So thank you all for that. And thank you all for being here. I'm getting a little wave from the back. I'm supposed to say something. There are some QR codes on your table. One of them was for the digital program. Should have mentioned that earlier. The other one is for the Best of HB, which is another one of our signature events that we are that we offer as part of the chamber. We hope you'll come out and support that. This is an annual award ceremony where we allow folks to nominate and then vote for the best of Huntington Beach. And the awards are, I believe they cover 10 or 11 different categories, and they cover everything from small businesses to minority and woman-owned businesses, to nonprofits and everything else in between. So this is a really great opportunity for you to nominate deserving folks and deserving businesses. And then we come together and of course the community gets to vote on that, and then we celebrate the best of HB. So we'd love to have you be a part of that. If you'd like to nominate or vote, you can, actually maybe the nomination's already closed. You get to vote by, it's not closed? All right. You can nominate or vote by going to that QR code on your table. And I think with that, we just want to say thank you again to all of our sponsors. We can't make these events happen without the sponsors in the room. We also want to thank Love at First Bite Catering. Thank you, Sue, for the wonderful breakfast this morning. And, oh, I see it here. December 6th is the deadline to nominate. I would get there. Anyways, thanks so much for being here this morning. Have a great day. Drive safely. We'll see you next time.